Literal translation of the Holy Bible, translated by Robert Young. The Book of Genesis, chapters 1 through 5. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Mark Penfold. Chapters 1 through 5 of Genesis, from the Young's Literal Translation, translated by Robert Young. Chapter 1. In the beginning of God's preparing the heavens and the earth hath existed waste and void, and darkness is on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God fluttering on the face of the waters. And God saith, Let light be! And light is. And God seeth the light that it is good, and God separateth between the light and the darkness. And God calleth to the light day, and to the darkness he hath called night. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day one. And God saith, Let an expanse be in the midst of the waters, and let it be separating between waters and waters. And God maketh the expanse, and it separateth between the waters which are under the expanse, and the waters which are above the expanse. And it is so. And God calleth to the expanse heavens. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day second. And God saith, Let the waters under the heavens be collected unto one place, and let the dry land be seen. And it is so. And God calleth to the dry land earth, and to the collection of the waters he hath called seas. And God seeth that it is good. And God saith, Let the earth yield tender grass, herb sowing seed, fruit tree, whose seed is in itself, making fruit after its kind on the earth. And it is so. And the earth bringeth forth tender grass, herb sowing seed after its kind, and tree making fruit, whose seed is in itself, after its kind. And God seeth that it is good. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day third. And God saith, Let luminaries be in the expanse of the heavens, to make a separation between the day and the night. Then they have been for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. And they have been for luminaries in the expanse of the heavens, to give light upon the earth. And it is so. And God maketh the two great luminaries, the great luminary for the rule of the day, and the small luminary, and the stars, for the rule of the night. And God giveth them in the expanse of the heavens to give light upon the earth, and to rule over day and over night, and to make a separation between the light and the darkness. And God seeth that it is good. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day fourth. And God saith, Let the waters teem with the teeming living creature, and fowl let fly on the earth, on the face of the expanse of the heavens. And God prepareth the great monsters, and every living creature that is creeping, which the waters have teemed with, after their kind, and every fowl with wing after its kind. And God seeth that it is good. And God blesseth them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and the fowl let multiply in the earth. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day fifth. And God saith, Let the earth bring forth the living creature after its kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after its kind. And it is so. And God maketh the beast of the earth after its kind, and the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing of the ground after its kind. And God seeth that it is good. And God saith, Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them rule over fish of the sea, and over fowl of the heavens, and over cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that is creeping on the earth. And God prepareth the man in his image. In the image of God he prepared him. A male and a female he prepared them. And God blesseth them, and God saith to them, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and rule over fish of the sea, and over fowl of the heavens, and over every living thing that is creeping upon the earth. And God saith, Lo, I have given to you every herb sowing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in which is the fruit of a tree sowing seed, to you it is for food. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the heavens, and to every creeping thing on the earth, in which is breath of life, every green herb is for food. And it is so. And God seeth all that he hath done, and lo, very good. And there is an evening, and there is a morning, day the 6th. Chapter 2. And the heavens and the earth are completed, and all their host. And God completeth by the 7th day his work which he hath made, and ceaseth by the 7th day from all his work which he hath made. And God blesseth the 7th day, and sanctifieth it. For in it he hath ceased from all his work which God had prepared for making. These are births of the heavens and of the earth in their being prepared, in the day of Jehovah God's making earth and heavens. And no shrub of the field is yet in the earth, and no herb of the field yet sprouteth. For Jehovah God hath not rained upon the earth, and a man there is not to serve the ground. And a mist goeth up from the earth, and hath watered the whole face of the ground. And Jehovah God formeth the man, dust from the ground, and breatheth into his nostrils breath of life, and the man becometh a living creature. And Jehovah God planteth a garden in Eden at the east, and he setteth there the man whom he hath formed. And Jehovah God causeth to sprout from the ground every tree desirable for appearance, and good for food, and the tree of life in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river is going out from Eden to water the garden, and from thence it is parted, and hath become 4 chief rivers. The name of the one is Pison. It is that which is surrounding the whole land of the Havilah, where the gold is. And the gold of that land is good. There is the Bdolach and the Shoham stone. And the name of the second river is Gibon. It is that which is surrounding the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Hiddekel. It is that which is going east of Ashur. And the fourth river is Freight. And Jehovah God taketh the man, and causeth him to rest in the garden of Eden, to serve it, and to keep it. And Jehovah God layeth a charge on the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden eating thou dost eat, and of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou dost not eat of it. For in the day of thine eating of it, dying thou dost die. And Jehovah God saith, Not good for the man to be alone. I do make to him an helper as his counterpart. And Jehovah God formeth from the ground every beast of the field, and every fowl of the heavens, and bringeth in unto the man, to see what he doth call it. And whatever the man calleth a living creature, that is its name. And the man calleth names to all the cattle, and to fowl of the heavens, and to every beast of the field. And to man hath not been found an helper as his counterpart. And Jehovah God causeth a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he sleepeth. And he taketh one of his ribs, and closeth up flesh in its stead. And Jehovah God buildeth up the rib which he hath taken out of the man into a woman, and bringeth her in unto the man. And the man saith, This is the proper step, bone of my bone, and flesh of my flesh. For this it is called woman, for from a man hath this been taken. Therefore doth a man leave his father and his mother, and hath cleaved unto his wife, and they have become one flesh. And they are both of them naked, the man and his wife, and they are not ashamed of themselves. Chapter 3. And the serpent hath been subtle above every beast of the field, which Jehovah God hath made. And he saith unto the woman,
Is it true that God hath said, Ye do not eat of every tree of the garden?
And the woman saith unto the serpent, Of the fruit of the trees of the garden we do eat. And of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden God hath said, Ye do not eat of it, nor touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent saith unto the woman,
Dying ye do not die, for God doth know that in the day of your eating of it, your eyes have been opened, and ye have been as God, knowing good and evil.
And the woman seeth that the tree is good for food, and that it is pleasant to the eyes, and the tree is desirable to make one wise. And she taketh of its fruit and eateth, and giveth also to her husband with her, and he doth eat. And the eyes of them both are opened, and they know that they are naked, and they sew fig leaves, and make to themselves girdles. And they hear the sound of Jehovah God walking up and down in the garden at the breeze of the day. And the man and his wife hide themselves from the face of Jehovah God in the midst of the trees of the garden. And Jehovah God calleth unto the man, and saith to him, Where art thou? And he saith, Thy sound I have heard in the garden, and I am afraid, for I am naked, and I hide myself. And he saith, Who hath declared to thee that thou art naked? Of the tree of which I have commanded thee not to eat, hast thou eaten? And the man saith, The woman whom thou didst place with me, she hath given to me of the tree, and I do eat. And Jehovah God saith to the woman, What is this thou hast done? And the woman saith, The serpent hath caused me to forget, and I do eat. And Jehovah God saith unto the serpent, Because thou hast done this, cursed art thou above all the cattle, and above every beast of the field. On thy belly dost thou go, and dust thou dost eat all days of thy life. An enmity I put between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. He doth bruise thee, the head, and thou dost bruise him, the heel. Unto the woman he said, Multiplying I multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow dost thou bear children, and toward thy husband is thy desire, and he doth rule over thee. And to the man he said, Because thou hast hearkened to the voice of thy wife, and dost eat of the tree concerning which I have charged thee, saying, Thou dost not eat of it. Cursed is the ground on thine account. In sorrow thou dost eat of it all days of thy life. And thorn and bramble it doth bring forth to thee, and thou hast eaten the herb of the field. By the sweat of thy face thou dost eat bread till thy return unto the ground. For out of it hast thou been taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust thou turnest back. And the man calleth his wife's name Eve, for she hath been mother of all living. And Jehovah God doth make to the man and to his wife coats of skin, and doth clothe them. And Jehovah God saith, Lo, the man was as one of us, as to the knowledge of good and evil. And now, lest he send forth his hand, and have taken also of the tree of life, and eaten, and lived to the age. Jehovah God sendeth him forth from the garden of Eden to serve the ground from which he hath been taken. Yea, he casteth out the man, and causeth to dwell at the east of the garden of Eden the cherubs and the flame of the sword, which is turning itself round to guard the way of the tree of life. Chapter 4. And the man knew Eve his wife, and she conceiveth and beareth Cain, and saith, I have gotten a man by Jehovah. And she addeth to bear his brother, even Abel. And Abel is feeding a flock, and Cain hath been servant of the ground. And it cometh to pass at the end of days, that Cain bringeth from the fruit of the ground a present to Jehovah; and Abel he hath brought, he also, from the female firstlings of his flock, even from their fat ones. And Jehovah looketh unto Abel and unto his present. And unto Cain and unto his present he hath not looked; and it is very displeasing to Cain, and his countenance is fallen. And Jehovah saith unto Cain, Why hast thou displeasure, and why hath thy countenance fallen? Is there not, if thou dost well, acceptance? And if thou dost not well, at the opening a sin offering is crouching, and unto thee its desire, and thou rulest over it. And Cain saith unto Abel his brother, Let us go into the field. And it cometh to pass in their being in the field, that Cain riseth up against Abel his brother, and slayeth him. And Jehovah saith unto Cain, Where is Abel thy brother? And he saith, I have not known. My brother's keeper, I? And he saith, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood is crying unto me from the ground. And now cursed art thou from the ground, which hath opened her mouth to receive the blood of thy brother from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it doth not add to give it strength to thee. A wanderer, even a trembling one thou art in the earth. And Cain saith unto Jehovah, Greater is my punishment than to be born. Lo, thou hast driven me today from off the face of the ground, and from thy face I am hid. And I have been a wanderer, even a trembling one in the earth, and it hath been, every one finding me doth slay me. And Jehovah saith to him, Therefore of any slayer of Cain sevenfold it is required. And Jehovah setteth to Cain a token, that none finding him doth slay him. And Cain goeth out from before Jehovah, and dwelleth in the land, moving about east of Eden. And Cain knoweth his wife, and she conceiveth, and beareth Enoch. And he is building a city, and he calleth the name of the city according to the name of his son, Enoch. And born to Enoch is Irad. And Irad hath begotten Mehujael, and Mehujael hath begotten Methusael, and Methusael hath begotten Lamech. And Lamech taketh to himself 2 wives, the name of the one Adah, and the name of the second Zillah. And Adah beareth Jabal. He hath been father of those inhabiting tents, and purchased possessions. And the name of his brother is Jubal. He hath been father of every one handling harp and organ. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal-Cain, an instructor of every artificer in brass and iron. And a sister of Tubal-Cain is Naamah. And Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, give ear to my saying. For a man I have slain for my wound, even a young man for my hurt. For sevenfold is required for Cain, and for Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam again knoweth his wife, and she beareth a son, and calleth his name Seth. For God hath appointed for me another seed instead of Abel, for Cain had slain him. And to Seth, to him also a son hath been born, and he calleth his name Enos. Then a beginning was made of preaching in the name of Jehovah. Chapter 5. This is an account of the births of Adam. In the day of God's preparing man, in the likeness of God he hath made him, a male and a female he hath prepared them. And he blesseth them, and calleth their name Man, in the day of their being prepared. And Adam liveth 130 years, and begetteth a son in his likeness, according to his image, and calleth his name Seth. And the days of Adam after his begetting Seth are 800 years, and he begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Adam which he lived are 930 years, and he dieth. And Seth liveth 105 years, and begetteth Enos. And Seth liveth after his begetting Enos 807 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth are 912 years, and he dieth. And Enos liveth 90 years, and begetteth Cainan. And Enos liveth after his begetting Cainan 815 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos are 905 years, and he dieth. And Cainan liveth 70 years, and begetteth Mahalaleel. And Cainan liveth after his begetting Mahalaleel 840 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Cainan are 910 years, and he dieth. And Mahalaleel liveth 65 years, and begetteth Jared. And Mahalaleel liveth after his begetting Jared 830 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Mahalaleel are 895 years, and he dieth. And Jared liveth 162 years, and begetteth Enoch. And Jared liveth after his begetting Enoch 800 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Jared are 962 years, and he dieth. And Enoch liveth 65 years, and begetteth Methuselah. And Enoch walketh habitually with God after his begetting Methuselah 300 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Enoch are 365 years. And Enoch walketh habitually with God, and he is not, for God hath taken him. And Methuselah liveth 187 years, and begetteth Lamech. And Methuselah liveth after his begetting Lamech 782 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Methuselah are 969 years, and he dieth. And Lamech liveth 182 years, and begetteth a son, and calleth his name Noah, saying, This one doth comfort us concerning our work, and concerning the labor of our hands, because of the ground which Jehovah hath cursed. And Lamech liveth after his begetting Noah 595 years, and begetteth sons and daughters. And all the days of Lamech are 777 years, and he dieth. And Noah is a son of 500 years. And Noah begetteth Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The end of chapters 1 through 5 of the book of Genesis, from the Young's Literal Translation of the Bible. Recording by Mark Penfold.